is ABC-7 at 5.
Good afternoon and thank you for joining us. I'm Ashley Rodriguez. Rick and Estella have the day off. University Medical Center is struggling financially, but CEO Jim Valenti managed to get a nearly $120,000 bonus. We first broke the news last week. Today, in a report you'll see only on ABC-7, our I-team is looking at Valenti's performance evaluation. The evaluation on annual performance goals covers patient satisfaction, care management, strategic plan, and operations improvement. Valenti scored an 86.83 out of a possible 100. The only goal not met, a $3 million budget and net assets. The reason? The estimated $70 million Children's Hospital owes UMC. Keep in mind, Children's disputes that amount. Also, that aspect of the evaluation only accounted for 12% of Valenti's bonus possibility. We spoke with Commissioner Vince Bettis today. He's criticized the bonuses given to Valenti and members of the CEO's staff.
This is the other half that has not yet been provided. At least I can just only speak for myself. And that's what the board needs to go back and reevaluate to see, is this criteria still consistent with what Commissioner's Court also expects of the hospital? And that's where that communication is lacking. And those are the questions that need to be asked.
Coming up at 6, is the bonus mandatory under Valenti's contract? We'll look at the contract and what it says about annual performance incentives. Investigators in Austin are trying to find out why a man fired a gun at several downtown buildings. An Austin police officer shot and killed the suspect outside the main entrance to police headquarters. Austin police say the man first tried to set the Mexican consulate on fire before shooting more than 100 rounds at downtown buildings. Some of the buildings targeted are near Austin's popular 6th Street Entertainment District. The bars closed at 2 a.m. about the same time the shootings began. The police chief says he's thankful no innocent bystanders were hurt.
This threat, as far as we can tell, is contained to this one individual. It's contained to this incident, these series of incidents, and we don't believe that there's any danger to anybody else.
Firefighters put out the fire at the Mexican consulate before any significant damage was done to the building. Officers also discovered a possible improvised explosive device in a vehicle near the fallen gunman. Police called in the bomb squad to investigate and temporarily shut down several streets, including a stretch of I-35. The interstate is now open. Federal prosecutors accuse a Columbus, New Mexico man of producing child porn images and exploiting 3 children. Earlier this week, 30-year-old Samuel Elliott pleaded not guilty during his arraignment on 8 counts related to child pornography. According to the indictment, Elliott forced the children to engage in sexually explicit conduct in between December of 2012 and July of this year. Investigators say 2 of his alleged victims were under the age of 5. If convicted, Elliott could serve up to 30 years on each child pornography charge and be required to register as a sex offender. A judge ordered Elliott remain in jail pending the trial. Las Cruces City Council is set to vote on major changes to the minimum wage on Monday. Changes that are sure to affect businesses and employees. ABC-7's Josie Ortegon is live from our New Mexico mobile newsroom. Josie.
Businesses like Mountain View Market here in Las Cruces are anticipating Monday's decision, and it appears a last-minute proposal by City Councilor Nathan Small may change things. Now, beginning January 1st, businesses will be required to pay employees at least $8.50 an hour. Workers are preparing for a raise, but how that raise will be implemented is the big question. The new ordinance is set to send the Las Cruces minimum wage to $10.10 by 2017. However, a proposal by Councilor Nathan Small would delay each bump after the initial spike. The final rate of $10.10 per hour would be pushed back to 2019. We asked Sarah Nolan, the leader of the advocacy group CAFE, and Councilor Nathan Small about their reaction to the proposal.
If we prolong the discussion around how much workers should get paid, it leaves more room for people to keep fighting it and keep pushing back and saying, see, we don't need years 2, we don't need the second phase in, we don't need the third phase in.
Hopefully, with the proposal that could be put forward, it helps preserve that certainty, and it gives less reason to take away a policy because it provides for a little bit longer runway time, a little bit more certainty.
Council is set to discuss the proposal this coming Monday. Live in Las Cruces with our New Mexico Mobile Newsroom, Josie Ortegon, ABC-7.
All right, thank you, Josie. To Storm Track weather now, a beautiful day in the borderland, perfect for all those Black Friday shoppers. Chief Meteorologist Doppler Dave Spielman has your first forecast. Hey, Dave, Doppler.
Yeah, you know, it's been great since Friday. Boy, temperatures have been running above the average. Great day yesterday, a great day today on this Black Friday. And this nice weather is going to continue all the way through the weekend. We do have some changes coming our way next week, but boy, in the meantime, look at the numbers that we hit today. Nearly 70. 61 is our average high or normal high. We're 8 degrees above that. 32 the start to the morning, so we're right at the freezing point. Look at our temperatures on our WeatherNet sites. Top number in white is your current temp. The bottom number is the high and low that we hit today. 71. Right here at ABC-7 Studios. Look at 73 at the Tech H2O Center and 71 at the Greater El Paso Landfill. What we're going to be talking about is temperatures a little bit warmer overnight, sunny and a warmer day tomorrow, and then some cooler air makes its way in here early next week. I'll talk all about some of the changes coming up.
Thanks, Dave. The Texas high school football playoffs are in full swing, and several El Paso schools are still in it. ABC-7 has a crew in Midland, where Del Valle is taking on Aledo, winner of 4 of the past 5 state championships in what is now the 5A classification. That game is at the half, and the Bearcats have rolled up a 23-6 lead over the Conquistadores. We'll have updated highlights and the score for you on ABC-7 at 6. Then tomorrow, we'll have highlights from both the Canutillo and East Lake games. And the UTEP Miners men's basketball team pulls off a thrilling win in California, defeating Xavier University in the semifinals of the Wooden Legacy Tournament. Final score, UTEP 77, Xavier 73. The Miners remain undefeated and move on to the final, where they face the winner of tonight's game between Washington and Long Beach State. ABC-7's Darren Hunt will have more highlights and reaction at 6. For many in the borderland, the day after Thanksgiving Thursday means shopping deals on Black Friday. But it's not the same kind of early morning insanity from years past. ABC-7's Andrew J. Polk was out there this morning to see the changes firsthand.
So it's just after Cielo Vista Mall has officially opened here again this morning, but people have already been coming in and out for hours now.
Well, it seems that they're coming earlier, and they're, based on the number of shopping bags I'm seeing, they're spending more. We seem to be seeing more of our international shopper, our shopper from Mexico.
And with earlier openings, stores are seeing the rush of people earlier.
Well, our store hours are 3 hours earlier this year compared to last year, so we definitely saw traffic coming in earlier, as early as 5 p.m. when our doors opened.
But many of the shoppers we talked with today didn't go out for the earlier sales starting yesterday.
Probably not. Probably not. I usually wait till Friday.
No, I was just like, I thought, because it's a kind of tradition with my Nina and my Nino, and we just come every Black Friday.
Cool. So while there are definitely people out shopping here today, that same kind of rush of people that we've come to expect from Black Fridays in years past doesn't really seem to be happening here today. Reporting on the east side, Andrew J. Polk, ABC-7.
Millions of Latin American children knew him as El Chavo del Ocho, others as the superhero El Chapulín Colorado. Today, millions are mourning the death of iconic Mexican comedian Roberto Gómez Bolaños. Mexico's Televisa television network confirmed the death today. Better known by his stage name, Chespirito, Gómez Bolaños wrote and played several iconic characters for decades. His popular TV show first aired in 1971. Gómez Bolaños was 85. All right, up ahead, continuing coverage of the shooting in Austin.
Shooting over 100 rounds.
Terrifying moments in our state's capital as a gunman opens fire and tries to set a building on fire. And in Storm Track weather, Doppler.
Yeah, we're still looking at some very nice weather yet as we look ahead to the weekend, but some cooler air will pay us a visit next week. I'll talk all about that coming up.
This is ABC-7 at 5, where news comes first.